So one composition, one exercise that you will do is you will take objects and sketch them to show how much skill you have to understand shade and shadow on objects. All right, that is one exercise. Second exercise is you will do color compositions, one warm color composition and one cool color composition. Is it clear? In your sketchbook, you will make a rectangle, and in that you will do a warm color composition and a cool color composition. But I will give you a theme, Corona times or COVID times. The moment you hear these words, how can you represent this as warm color composition and as cool color composition? It has to be an abstract composition. What does it remind you? If we have to title something as COVID times or Corona times or pandemic times, that means the times that you are going through right now. Almost 1 year you have experienced, am I right? Stretch your imagination and do two compositions. One is a warm color composition, the other is a cool color composition. You know, take your box of crayons, separate the cool colors and warm colors, keep them separately. So do one composition using the set of warm colors that you have, and do another composition using the set of cool colors that you have, with a theme behind it. Is it clear? Now let me ask you one question, or you ask yourself this question. This work that you are doing, how different is it from whatever you have been doing for the last 12 years in school? In the last 12 years in school, you were given problems to solve differently. Everybody had the same answer, correct? If you are given a problem to solve in school, all of you had to come out with one answer. There cannot be 10 different answers to the same project, same problem. No. Whether it is mathematics, whether it is physics or anything, you had to have only one correct answer. And if you do answer correctly, you get marks. But you will notice I have given you projects, 40 of you. All 40 of you will have different answers. Yes or no? No two persons are going to create the same answer. No two persons are going to draw the same. All 40 of you will give 40 different answers. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
And all will be correct. All will be correct because we are going to follow some basic principles. So if all 40 of you are approached by somebody to design a house, all of you will design houses. Will two houses look the same? No. Each house will look different. Yes or no? But will your client construct all 40 houses? He will construct only one, which he likes the most. If he picks one of your work and says, you become my architect, what does that mean? Does it mean that all the others are useless architects? No. Because this client liked your design, he feels that what you have designed is more suitable to his liking, his taste, and facilities you have created. So he gives you the project. That doesn't mean that other 39 are wrong. So this is the beauty of studying architecture, that you are not wrong. Don't think that you are wrong. What you have done is based on the skill that you have. If somebody who's very skillful does a better design, somebody who's not very skillful is not able to do a design which is becoming attractive to others, or they want to give you the job. You understand that? So it is like art. Architecture is like art. Some people like it, some people don't like it. But then that doesn't mean that the art is wrong. All right. So all 40 of you will do 40 different solutions. Each resolution is correct. And that is the beauty of this course. And what should be your effort? Your effort should not be to score marks, but rather to do better and better work. That to improve your skills has to be the objective from now onwards, unlike what you did for the last 12 years in school. In schools, you are struggling to get more and more marks, 90, 85, 90, 92, 95, 93.5, 93.6, correct? And you thought that you got 0.4 more means you are better than the others, but not anymore. your skill becomes very important. How well you can draw, how well you can sketch, how well you can color, and how well you can put your ideas nicely on paper, in computer, so that people can appreciate and your client appreciates and you are hired as an architect. Of course, it's 5 years left for you to do that. After 5 years, if you are skillful, you will start getting projects. I got my first project when I was in 3rd year. I gave a design, the client liked it. He said, okay, I'll build the house. So from 3rd year, I started designing buildings. So you can even do it. You may do it in 1st year if you are good. You know, there are so many fellows who are practicing as architects, but they have never studied architecture. They've never studied architecture. They just learned on them. So they like to design. So they sit and design. And they design a house, show somebody. There are so many artists in this world who have never gone to school of art, but they are great. Hussain, Maqbool Fida Hussain, have you heard? One of the greatest artists India has produced. He never went to art school. There are so many singers who never went to singing school, but they are great singers. So this is the beauty of creative work. So architecture, don't take architectural studies as something where you get marks, you are first, you are best, and you are the best architect. Not seriously. You are good only if you are good with your skills. So right from the first exercise that you are doing today to the last exercise that you will do in your college will be all about your skills. Okay. So 2 skills we are testing today. One is, do you understand shade and shadow by sketching objects? All right.
Yes.
Second is, do you understand use of color to express something which is something you have been experiencing for the last 1 year, COVID and COVID times, the difficulties of COVID times, or there are good things also about COVID times. There's so many good things about this pandemic. People say pandemic, but then there are so many good things. You're at home, you're enjoying life. Correct? You're not traveling, you're not wasting money, doing all kinds of odd things. That's a good thing about it. Sad thing is perhaps you are not able to go. So depending upon individuals, what is good and what is bad. So good things you will show using warm colors. I'm giving you a hint. A composition which uses warm colors means it is good. Correct? A composition which uses cool colors means it is sad, or, you know, it can be other way also. You can even use warm colors to use bad things, like anger can be shown using warm colors. You cannot show anger using cool colors, correct? So if your idea of representing COVID times is anger, then you will use warm colors. So any of the ideas that comes into your mind when you say COVID or Corona or this virus times and pandemic times, represent it using a composition, abstract composition, one one cool color composition, and one warm color composition. So you have 3 things to upload by tonight or by tomorrow, whatever, on your WhatsApp group, as long as it is there, so that, and don't worry about it. It is only showing your skills. Is it clear? Any questions that you want to ask, any of you want to ask, you can ask. And remember, design has no language. Design is something which cannot be explained in any language. I'm speaking English, but English, whatever language I use, the language of design is skill of drawing. You understand? Skill of drawing, skill of use of color. Adhe vera language onnu color, shape, shade, shadow, light. This is the language of design, which is a universal design. So if a Bengali sits and designs, if I'm speaking to a Bengali student, he will also design the same way as you are designing. So there is no, the language is common. Language is shape, color, shade, shadow. All right? It's a fundamental. So today is your first class. Today I have introduced you to the alphabets of design. What I have taught you is the alphabets of design. But you have to practice a lot to learn to make words. You have to learn to join the words to create sentences in design. That means you have to keep practicing. All right. So let us see how you will use these alphabets of design to write, maybe poetry in future. When you become a great designer, they say you're like a poet. Your design looks like a poet, work of poets, So, but you'll reach that stage only when you have learned how to use the alphabets very effectively. So you are right now in the nursery of design, where you have learned, when you went to nursery, you learned A, B, C, D, and it took some time for you to start writing your name and so on, right? Then you learn to write words and then sentences and so on. So you imagine, you are actually starting your education all over again. All that you have done in school till now was only fundamental knowledge, and all that fundamental knowledge you will keep using as an architect, because architecture is all about practical things in life. So all practical applications is what you will do, put into your building designs. Okay.
So can I just confirm today's tasks? Is it 2 still lives and 2 COVID
Yes.
abstract compositions?
Two still life sketches of skill life objects sketches, and 2 compositions to represent using blue color and warm color to represent whatever you feel. See, you will see the beauty of this. All of you are sitting at your home. Nobody has met. If you are in a classroom, you will see what your friend is doing. Am I right? Now, this is good or bad is something you have to decide. In a classroom atmosphere, you can, if you are not getting an idea, you look at your friend's work. Oh, I am getting an idea. You get an idea. But that is missing now. So what will happen is the moment you will start uploading, you will see ideas, different ideas from different people emerging. This is something very good. I find that this is a wonderful thing which has happened to education, where I keep wondering why we did not do it earlier. Online education, we could have done 10 years back also. At least fundamentals could be learned online, and then you meet once in a while in studio. So by the time you get the opportunity to come to a studio, real studio, you would know each other's qualities and the kind of work all of you are doing. Then you can have a real exhibition of your work. Now we will have a virtual exhibition on WhatsApp or whatever. All right. So upload your work, take your time, think, plan, and upload your work. And if possible, once you have finished upload, your teachers will decide maybe some other day we can have a presentation by you. You talk about your work. What was the idea behind doing that? Not the sketch part, but talk about the 2 compositions. So also you not only upload, but also write a brief essay on what made you think like this, what made you make this composition. Write a 1-page essay on that composition also. Submit that also. But don't upload it. That you send directly to your teacher. Don't show it anyone. Your thoughts. Upload the images on the WhatsApp group, but your essays you send directly to your teacher, your Aisha madam. Okay. Because you will be speaking using that essay sometimes in future whenever you make a presentation. This is another very important skill which you have to develop. That is the ability to speak. Speak about your work. Because you have to talk to your clients. Your client likes your design, may or may not like your design, depending upon how you speak to him or her. Somebody has asked you to design a house. So you can't keep quiet. You have to explain the design to the person, what you had in your mind when you thought like this. So conversational skill is also very, very important. It doesn't matter what language you use. If the client is a Malayali, you speak Malayalam, or you speak in English. Everything depends upon your client's comfort levels with the language, right? But anyway, you have to learn to express yourself at least in one language. If you are a Malayali, you should know Malayalam, or English is a universal language, so you should also know how to speak well in English and explain your work in English. Because all your designs, you will find marks are given only after you speak about it. You will not be given marks. Ask your teachers. You will not get marks till you speak about your work. You have to put up your work and talk about your work. Then only examiners will give you marks in architectural design. You give your design, nobody will give you marks. Some marks they will say, okay, it is good. Then they'll put up the design and say, now speak about your work. So final marking is done only after speaking about your work, which is called a jury. It's a jury, it's an examination, a viva voce as you call. So you should also learn to speak very well. So you will get this opportunity with your first assignment itself. and you make a presentation after some time, once it is ready, when your teacher decides, you can give a talk about your work to your teachers. Okay, is it clear? All right, so all the best. I look forward to in the group for submission. Don't be in a hurry. Don't think that now I have to immediately do it. Take your time, do a good job. So after 1 or 2 hours, I will start seeing things getting uploaded one by one. Not necessary that you have to upload everything together. When you finish, you are now. This is important. Learn to take a good picture of your work. Don't take it at an angle. This is very important. When you take a picture of you can only upload a picture of your sketch. You can't upload the sketch, correct? So you have to use your mobile phone to take a picture of your work. So don't take it at an angle, reclining or anything. Put your picture flat, let there be sufficient light on it. Put your sketch or drawing flat on a table, let there be sufficient light on it. Hold your mobile phone parallelly on top and take a neat picture within that rectangular frame. Edit it if you want, make a neat frame. Write your name on your work below. Don't forget to write your name, because how will you know whose work it is? So write your name, take a picture, and then upload. Okay?